to our class. Oh, here we go. I don't know why that said that, but anyway. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to come over, finish my circle. So we're getting warmed up on the figure 8. Here I go. So I changed directions this time. I don't know if you noticed that. So instead of going one way, I stopped, I turned, and I went the other way. Here I come. So I'm coming to my collarbone, to my quad. Collarbone to quad. And I just keep doing that as I step up and over, and I try to change lead legs as I'm coming up and over. And I come here and come back and around. Take a breath. And back and around. And back and around. So are you dizzy yet? So we're doing figure 8s. Those of you who didn't come on right at the beginning. And then I picked up a bar and I'm doing hinge motions, but I'm keeping my elbows tucked. And if you'll notice, I'm keeping my head pretty level with my shoulders. My ears are level with my shoulders. I'm glancing with my eyes in order to check my passage around the figure 8. Then I come up and over and I come around the figure 8. Okay? Now I'm going to step wide, and I'm going to go side to side, okay? Side to side. Now, if you feel comfortable when you go here to lift your foot off the ground, great. If you don't, that's okay. You can stay right here and go side and go to your toe, and side, toe. See that? So it's a breath. And a breath, keep your shoulders down, keep your chin tucked. And as I come forward and back, I stand up, extend your back. So when you're at the end of the motion, extend by pulling your rib cage up. See? Breath, just like that, just like that. And I can lift it or not. I still have to stand up and say rib cage up. And I'm now going side to side with that delicate shoulder. And whenever I do this now, you'll notice my elbow pulls back just a little. So I'm going to keep my rib cage up, and I'm going to pull that elbow back just a little bit. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath. Now, if you've been doing all of these just now, and you're really working on your correct posture, you're starting to feel a little burn right there, which is what I want. And you're going to notice the minute you start feeling that, you'll think, oh, wonder how many more I can do. And then all of a sudden, you're like, I don't think I can do anymore. It happens that quick. Okay? Step back, turn your toe out, bring that pole right back here, say rib cage up. Then you bring it in. Do you see how that releases? Turn the other toe out, and you're going to go the other way and say rib cage up. Breath, breath, breath. And then come back in. Turn out, rib cage up. I have to watch it because I have a fan up here. This pole could be a problem. So think about that. Okay, now I'm going to straddle. Now I'm going to go forward and back. I'm going to have my pole right here. I'm going to push my butt back. I'm going to bring my pole down and just act like I'm going to lay it on my pillow. And then I'm going to push into my heels, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to put the pole behind the lower part of the back, okay? When you push forward, you need to soften your knees, drop your chin, drop your shoulders, push on that rod. Whatever it is you got to push on, push, then release, take a breath. We're going to do it 2 more times. Here we go. Soften your knees. Everything drops. Drops the shoulder, drop the chin. Release your rear end, push forward. So you're going to a very nice, comfortable hyperextension in the back. Take a breath. Hold it for just 5 more seconds. 5, keep your knees soft. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now drop your shoulders, release, and come forward. One more time. Here we go. Soften the knees. Drop your chin. Push your hips forward. Okay? Don't tighten your butt here. All right? And we're trying to really do that hyperextension. You should feel it a little bit in your groin, your quads right through there. Yeah. Drop your shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Take a big deep breath. Come right to the knees. Come right to the collarbone. See that move? See this? Right here and right here. Remember this move because we're going to capitalize on this kind of a move in just a minute with some weights. Okay, so I'm going to go down and come back. I know you can't wait to pick up those weights, right? Right. I hear it's going to get hot here in Michigan. Okay, so I want to do this about 3 more times because I want you to think about how you're moving. So when you do this 2 more times, think about having a pretty heavy weight, let's say medium to heavy, and we just take it to our quad, and then we bring it right under the collarbone. See that? This move right here is a really functional move, all right? And it's a really good one to help strengthen all through your core, your gluteals, your arms. Keep your tummy tight. Push your butt back. Now come back up and say rib cage up, shoulders down. So that's kind of important when you end this move because we're going to do this move with weights here in just a second, okay? But before we do, we're going to put one foot on the pillow. And remember, if you don't have one of these little squares, okay, get a pillow. It's a non-compliant surface. I'm going to go one and then the other. See that? So I'm going to go 1, tap, and 2, tap. I'm turning my knee just a little bit so that it's crossing midline. And if you overbalance, then you step out of it like I just did. You don't jerk. You don't get all worried. You just lower your center of gravity. So anytime the non-compliant surface will throw you in many ways, especially if you happen to step on it, maybe a little too far to the side, too far up, too far back. This is balance training. Very nice balance training. And see, you don't have to go into great, huge aerobic effort to try to touch the bar to the knee. Just lower it. I don't want you to have to come up too far right now, okay? Now, if you can, well, that's great. But I want you to think about how your foot is hitting or feeling the pressure on that disc. Oh dear, I think I have to answer this. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Some more. Boom. Breath. Yeah. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Step, 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 step. But don't get going too fast. Okay? I want you to feel how your foot is addressing and working on that non-compliant surface or unstable surface. Your knee needs to be soft. Your knee needs to be soft when you bring your other knee up. And then, of course, if you want to come up, you can come up. All right? My guess is in a minute when we're hanging on to weights, you know, it's going to be a little harder to come up. But I want you to find the trajectory, pick out which way is going to be challenging for you, and then stay with it for just a couple of more. All right? This is one of those where we're trying to go for 30. So it's a 1 and 2 in. Okay, 1 and then and. Okay. So see, I'm telling Kathy, don't count everyone, Kathy. It's 1 and 2 and. It makes a difference. Take a breath. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Breath. So I'm sure, I haven't looked closely, that Kathy's counting right now. And I'm thinking that we're doing pretty good getting it toward that 30.
You're done.
Oh, we're good. She told us. Okay. All right. See, I stopped. I obeyed. I obeyed. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath. That reminds me. See, when my husband was here, if he ever heard me say I obeyed, he would die laughing. Anyway, my daughter, when she went to Egypt, one of the Egyptians, she was there for a year. Keep going, side to side. Yeah, it's a rhythm. I want you to stay with me. Okay, drop your shoulders. Little step tap. Got it? One of the Egyptian school teachers there at the school she was teaching, it was right outside of Cairo. This was in 2009. It was right before the uprising. Anyway, Jessica was out playing soccer and everything with the boys. She had appropriate, dress on. I mean, she had, shorts down past her knees and all that. But one of the teachers there in Egypt said, Miss Jessica, could you just be a good Egyptian woman for one day? I said, you should have said, I'm not even a good American woman. Anyway, I digress. It was just funny. Okay, take a breath. Your heart should be beating is the point. You should be a little warm is the second point. We are now ready to pick up our loads. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up a lightweight to start with. And we're going to go quickly. We're going to go quickly into medium weights and then heavy weights. Okie dokie. So here we are. Take a big deep breath. I'm going to tap right here. Tap with my toe. I'm going to tap with my toe. I'm not just going to stand here as I work with my upper body. I'm going to turn to the side so you see the trajectory that I'm doing here. And I don't know where my other dog went, but Ruby is fast asleep. Okay, so we're going to go tap, and we're going to bring them right here. We're going to go like this. See that? And we're going to tap. Now you'll think, well, what's so hard about that? It's not supposed to be super hard. But when you start to think, okay, how is my weight-bearing leg doing? Some of you, if you'll take it slower and do a little hip hinge, and you come right here, okay? You keep your shoulders down, and you go tap, breath, tap, breath. Now we're going to go to the second level on this, which means our knee is going to come up. So we're tapping, and then we're going to come up, and then we're going to tap, and we're going to come down. Okay, other leg, tap, bring it right here with the weights. Keep your elbows in a little, shoulders down, bring that knee up, come back down, and come back down. Okay, now if you slow down, really drop your shoulders, feel the whole four corners of your feet. So I'm going to go tap first, which makes me bend my knee a little, push my butt back. I'm bringing these right here. Then I'm going to come up. Okay? Then I'm going to go down and down. If you're leaning excessively, try not to. So I'm telling myself this as well as you. So here I am tapping first. Get your balance, bend your knee, hold it right here, keep your elbows in, tucked. Then bring that knee up. Try to hold it up there, 1001, 1002, 1003, down, and down. Okay? Now, we've been doing this, and some of you might have felt too much pressure, like in your hand holding it this way, because in fact, you were bending your your wrist one way or the other. So you want to keep your wrist neutral. So you're going to bring it up right there, tuck in your elbows, drop your shoulders, tap, bend your knee, then bring it up. 1, 2, 3, down and down. Okay? Now we're going to turn, and we're going to go palms up. Again, this is light weights. So whatever's a light weight for you that you can handle and feel just a little challenge. All right? So I'm going to shift. I'm going to go tap. I'm going to go pull. And before I come to my shoulders, I'm going to stop. So I'm tapping. I'm going to bring it up. And before I come all the way up here, I'm going to stop right here. You want to feel pressure in your contraction, in your bicep, as you're up here. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, bring it all the way down. Okay? Shift into the leg, but don't overly lean. Don't overly lean. Okay? Shoulders down. I'm going to go tap. I'm going to get my supportive leg ready. I'm holding it right here. See that? I'm going to bring that leg up. Try not to lean excessively. 1, 2, 3, down, down, all the way. Yeah, take a breath. Okay, release your hands so you're not gripping the whole time. Here we go. Shift, tap, pull. It's right here. And then go up with the knee, hold. 1001, 1002, 1003. Bring it all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Shift, drop your shoulders. I know it. I have to say it every time, right? Bend the knee, tap. Here we go. Pull, hold it right there. Bring that knee up. Hold 1001, 1002, 1003. Down and down. Take a big deep breath. Yes. Big deep breath. All right. I'm going to bring these light weights up onto my shoulders. Right there. Okay? Right there. Tight tummy. I'm going to come up and come up. Take a big breath. And I'm going to be on that pillow. Okay? I'm going to do tiny little hip hinges with light weights. So even though this is lightweight, I'm working really hard on this disc. My tummy is tight. I push back just a little, like I'm going to sit in a high bench or a real high bar stool or something. Okay, push back and come back up. Now, as you're doing that, I want you to breathe, breathe, breathe. I want you to breathe through the diaphragm. That is going to activate your pelvic floor muscles. This little move. And right up here, take a breath. And you're on an unstable surface. I'm hanging out here. I'm going to push, breathe, push, breathe, push, breathe. Breath, bring it back. Breath, bring it back. Breath. Hang out, breath, stay with me. Breathe, 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 breathe. Now hold it right down there, okay? Hold it right there. It's not really deep. It's high. It's a high hip hinge, but I'm hanging on to the waist right here, okay? I'm going to go down just a little bit more, down just a little bit more. Hold it into the heels. Then I'm going to push back. Take a big, deep breath. Yeah. Then I'm going to step off. And I'm going to go wide. And I'm going to go hip hinge. I'm going to go pull right to there. So hip hinge and pull. Okay, so I'm prepping you for the next one that we're going to do with heavier weights. And pull. So go as deep as you feel you can. If you can go a little bit deeper, great. Go ahead and do it. Breath, push back. right there, tight tummy. Breath, push, right there. Breath, push, right there, okay? Now I want you to turn your weights, okay? You're staying a little wider than shoulder, and then you're gonna pull, and then you're gonna come back down, all right? So we're gonna come here and back down. Breath, right there, and back down, and right there, and back down, and right there, and back down, and right there. You got it? Good. I'm going to put these light weights in my holsters. Okay. Bring it right down there. Shake out, shake out, shake out. Okay, now real quick, I'm going to step off for a minute and check on something I hear over here. But I'm going to go from very light to pretty heavy. Okay? So I'm going to go to 15. So I want you to check out what's heavy for you. Let me check on my animal over here. Take a big breath. Okay. All right. So I went from 6 now to 15. So normally I go to medium and then I go to heavy. So I'm going to do 15 right now, all right? So big deep breath. I'm going to stay on the floor, but if you want to challenge yourself to standing on the pillow, go ahead and do that, okay? You're going to come into a nice hinge. You're going to pull just to your shoulder, right under your chin. Then you're going to come down. Take a breath. Pull, breath, all the way to the quads. Push your butt back, tuck your chin. Pull, breath, pull. So I am chose 15 on each hand, but what's heavy to you is heavy to you. So all I'm encouraging you to do is to go a little heavier. If you don't want to go heavier or you can't, then you do just a few, excuse me, you do just a few more repetitions. Take a breath, drop your shoulders. This is the perils of Zoom class. Barking dogs. Here we go. Breath. Okay, hang on. Right here, see this? Drop your shoulders. Heels, pull, breath, heels, pull, breath, heels. Oh, I got about 2 more. Breath, pull, and come back down. Breath. Oh, I might have to put them up. Okay, I'm going to put these down. Breath. Come down and shake out, shake out, shake out. Go from one side to the other side. See this rotation? See, it's a nice rotation. It just gets you to recover better. So do that a couple of times. Let me grab these little critters. Okay, I'm here. I had to put the critters away. There's things walking around that they have to bark at. they have to bark at. Anyway, so you got all loosened back up, right? Good. So now I'm going to pick up really heavy weights. So for me, this is going to be 18 or 20. So I'm going to grab my weights, see how they feel in my hands. Just see how they feel. And we're going to hang on to them right here. So these are a very heavy carry. So here's the deal. Very heavy weights. It's great if you can handle them and do them and everything. That's great. But some of us, it's not a good idea to pick up this heavy of a weight. You can do very well by just picking up a little bit lighter and doing more repetitions, okay? So here's my weights. They're very heavy, and I'm just going to carry them with me. So normally when I carry, it's in those jugs, and they are like 10 pounds each. Okay, well, this is 18 pounds each hand. And I'm letting it just hang from my fingertips. Now, if you let them hang from your fingertips, that's great. Just don't drop them on your toe. It will not be pretty, okay? See how I'm carrying this very heavy weight back and forth? I can, in fact, go into our warm-up mode, which is a figure 8 carry. See, I'm going to go around, then I'm going to go through the middle and go around. See that? Now I'm going to go the other way. All right? So I'm going to go the other way, all the way around and up and around. And I have 18 pounds in each hand. So what I'm going to encourage you to do, if you have these kinds of weights, and several of you have these weights, I'm going to put them down for just a second. And I do heavy carries, but I'm really pushing a heavy weight that I'm carrying. I can't emphasize your posture when you're carrying that kind of weight. And some of you garden, and some of you shop. I didn't say any names, Nancy. So we have to be able to carry heavy weights, okay? Number one, suitcases. We travel. And you know how it is. Oh, man, why did I bring so much stuff, right? Actually, that's a good opportunity to do some strength work. But when you're traveling and you're tired, you're probably not into it. Here I'm going to go down and pick them up. Here's the deal, y'all. They're all the way in the floor. I got to go down and pick them up with correct movement patterns, okay? So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to go into my heels, and then I'm going to pull that right up. So when you have a very heavy weight, that's a good time to do this kind of a motion right there, okay? Many of us do it once or twice. Well, we're going to do it 12 times right now. So here we go. Push into the heels. Don't do it fast. Breathe. Come down. Act like you're going to put them on the floor, and then you don't. And you pick it up, and when you're right here, you squeeze your butt. Then you go down, and here's the thing. As you're going down to the floor, get your butt lower than your head, okay? I have some people that are perpetual head lowers, and they never get into that quad and into that gluteal, okay? Because they think they're going low, but they're really only putting their head down low. So what I want you to do is go down and touch your weights to the floor, your heavy weights that you chose, but I want your butt to in fact be lower than your head, okay? Every time. And the other place that I would be looking right now on you is as you go down, what are you doing with your knee position? Some of you are going down and you're doing this because you have real tightness in your hamstrings and in your back, okay? So be careful with that. Try to push your butt back. Keep those knees from wobbling. Don't let them go out over your toe. Don't let them go out like this. And don't go in like this, okay? So you don't touch them this way. Don't go out with them. Here we go. Down, push, squeeze your butt. Here we go. Tap, squeeze your butt. You're pushing into the heels when you come up. I think we got 6 more. Drop your shoulders. Ugh. Drop your shoulders. Go. Drop your shoulders. Ugh. Whew. Okay, let's say 2 more. I'm driving Kathy crazy right now. Okay, oh, I'm sorry, I just forgot. 1 more. Okay, put down. Shake your hands. Open. Close. Hug yourself. Open. Hug yourself. I'm going to call this workout interruptions in your Zoom class. So many times people will tell me, oh yeah, I was going really good on class with you. Go ahead and do a split stance while I'm talking to you. See how I took the toe back just a little more? See, at first I did this, and then I got set, and then I went way back. See that? My knee is in line with my ankle in the front, okay? So all the way back, in the back. Now I'm going to rotate my ankle in the back. I'm going to bring my knee down as far as I can. I'm going to hang out right here. And then I go 1, 2, 3, and come back up. See that? Tighten your tummy. Drop your shoulders. Breath, breath, breath. Yeah, you should be breathing. Okay? When you start messing around with really heavy weights, get your attention. All right, I'm going to do the other leg. It's a very simple kind of a thing. However, there are some of you that really struggle with your balance. And I want you to keep your mind's eye to that and make sure you do all your due diligence to make sure other things are not the problem. And then the more you work on your strength and correct body posture, the stronger you will become, and it will help your balance. Okay, so see, I did that little stutter step. So here's the key. This knee, when I start going down, it does not go out over my toe. It's going to be a big revelation to a lot of you. And if you're struggling with balance here, either step wider, don't turn your back toe, or get your chair or your pole and hang on, okay? Those are 2 fine things. But watch your knee here, see? So now I'm going to rotate my knee in the back down. I'm going to go down as far as I feel I can. And I'm going to hang out down here. I'm going to go pulse, 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 okay? So I'm taking the time to set you up on this because I'm going to do this with very heavy weights, okay? So I'm going to do this with 18. You need to do it with whatever weight you can handle, okie dokie? So I'm going to step back up. Here's my 18 pounders. I'm going to take big breaths. I'm going to get ready to take it down. So here's the deal. We can achieve body loading lots of ways. We can do minimal moves and start getting loading. As a matter of fact, see this right here? Just walking. Walking is one of the best ways to start loading your own body weight and walk at least 30 minutes in the day. You don't even have to do it all at once. 10, 10, 10, 5. Just get movement. That is going to start you loading. But now I'm going to pick up 18 and 18, okay? So I have to be very careful about the way that I do my work. Now I'm going to turn sideways because I want you to really hone in on how that knee is, okay, in the front and in the back, but the front especially. So I can use step forward or backward, however I want to do it, but then I want to widen it, okay? So you figure out how you can widen it just a little. You pick up whatever weight will challenge you and that you can handle, okay? Now, see that little move, the first move? First move is line up. Drop your shoulders, drop your chin. I start to lift my heel by rotating through my ankle and by pulling my knee down in the back. Then my front knee is pretty much in line with my ankle. See, it doesn't even go out over my toe much. And if it did, I would say, ooh, can you step back a little bit and really pull your rib cage up? See that little correction? That little correction that I just now did with you? That's huge, okay? Rib cage up, drop your chin, drop that knee down as far as you can go. Hang out right here. Hang out as far as you can go. Now say rib cage up, rib cage up. Now go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And take a breath. Bring that leg up. Oh, and we're going to put our weights on the floor again. I'm going to fold, put them down, and the other leg's going to go back now. Okay, so I'm just getting ready. Open your hands, do a big hug, take a breath, drop your shoulders. Breath, drop your shoulders. Breath, drop your shoulders. Woo! It's getting warm. All right, tighten in, drop. I'm going to go and pick up my weights. All right, and then I'm going to be doing the same kind of a motion with the other side. Take a big breath. Change your weights if you need to. Everybody has to really check in with yourself. You have to know how much you can push safely. Okay, drop your shoulders. Okay, rib cage up. I'm going to rotate my ankle. See how my heel comes up? I rotate, I go down just as far as I can. Don't lean in forwards excessively. Stay upright. Rib cage up. Stay down there. And now you do those pulses. A pulse is very different than bouncing. Okay? A pulse, you have to really use your muscles. Bouncing just uses like a reactionary swing type thing. Take a breath. Hang on. I forgot to count. Shoot. I was going to do 2 sets, Kathy. Breath. Drop your shoulders. Hang on. 4 more. 3, 4. And bring it up. Put them down. Woo! That should be heavy. All right. Now, this is very heavy weight. And many people coming on with me have shoulder issues. So here's the deal. Only use the weight that you know you can with and push all your shoulder girdle, but not push it over the edge. So here's the move. I have very heavy weight, but I want to really give these triceps something to work against again. Some of you are saying, wait a minute, I still feel my muscle from the other day. Well, that's very good. You get an A. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to pick up those very heavy weights that I have right here. Okay, they're all the way up. Okay, I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to push my arm straight with the weight, and I'm going to contract the muscle. See that? So it's actually a function of a little movement, a tiny bit of a movement through the elbow. You pull a tiny bit, see? And then you just go straight, and then you contract your muscles against the weight. So I'm not giving my shoulder muscles and my shoulder, I'm not doing anything that's going to hurt my shoulder. It's actually a carry. It's a little more complicated of a move than a carry. So here I go. You ready? Push back, grab them. Here we are. Okay. So anytime you have distractions, just remember, today I had to go check on my dog. There were things going on outside that they had to warn me of, but it's not conducive to hearing. Anyway, get right back in the saddle. If you get distracted, that's okay. That's life. Okay, you ready? Shoulders are down. I'm a little hip hinged. See that? I'm going to bring these up just like this, and then I'm going to put them down, and I'm going to really contract those muscles in the back of my arm. Then I'm going to bring them up a tiny bit. Then I'm going to go push with my shoulders down, and I'm going to contract those muscles in the back of my arms. So come back up, push, really contract, breath, 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 bring it back up. So yeah, I'm trying to keep you in this for about 3 seconds, okay, or 3 counts. Right there, right there, right there. My back of my muscles are contracted. Then I just come up. Then I push them straight down. Boom. Go back with your shoulders. See how I roll my shoulders down and back? Yeah. This is a great way to try to get some strength gains through your arms, through your shoulders, because this is not putting them at peril like doing big over-the-head lifts and stuff like that. This is doing stuff that you have to be doing every day. Pick up suitcases. Pick up grocery bags, right? Pick up shopping bags. Push back, picking up buckets of soil or water or other things. Push. Okay, I'm feeling it in the back of my arms. Take a breath. Keep your shoulders down. Whenever my arms go down, see my shoulders roll back just a tiny bit. And I'm squeezing the back of my arms against this weight. Come back up. Take a breath. Boom. Right there. Ah. Go. Really tight. Here we go. Push. Here we go. Push. Drop your shoulders. Tight tummy. Here we go. Push. Just 2 more. Just 2 more. Here we go. Push. Breath. Here we go. 1 more. Push. Breath. Yes. Now I'm going to go take these weights over and I'm going to put them in my holsters. Okay. Always put them on the dial side, on that little indented place where it says dial side. Put it right in there. Whew. Where's a ponytail holder when you need it? Anyway, shake out. So a little stress is okay on your hands. A lot of people have a lot of issues with their joints in their hands, just like arthritis and stuff like that. Everybody has to work the way they can, but if your hands give you a problem carrying heavy weights, you start little and you put little challenges, and you start with squeezing a ball, and you start with little carries, and you go to medium carries, and then you just do it minimally. Okay, big breath, yes. Now I'm going to bring my chair into it. We've done some of our main moves that I wanted to do with our weights today. And now I'm going to go into the chair and do body weights. So I'm going to go from here. We've done various squats today, right? What I want you to do is pay attention to where your knees go when you start to stand up, all right? And I'm going to get a minimal. We've done heavy now. I'm going to get a minimal weight in my hands in just a second. But what I want you to do is think about, so many people think they have to go to a gym or whatever. Clearly, we see that It's great if you go to a gym or whatever, but you can do a lot if you just decide you can do it, okay? So when you start to stand up, if you have a chair, I was gonna say, you got a ready-made workout system right here, okay? So you hold on. If you need to, watch where your knees go. So as I start to come up, I want to push into my heels, and then I stand up, pushing on all four corners. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to look at my knees. Some of you start to trajectory in with your knees, or you go out with your knees. So we're going to do this 6 times. Then we're going to put our loading on, okay? So here I go. I'm going to go push back, no jerking. Take a breath, exhale, take a breath, exhale. Take a breath here, because you're going to exhale as you come up. Here we go. Exhale, take a breath, and as you go down, which is the effort, you're going to exhale again. Exhale. So you take an inhale here, then you exhale up, then you take an inhale when you're up there, and then you exhale as you come down. Pelvic floor function has a ton to do with how you hold your breath while you're doing activities through the day, especially when you do loading activities. Okay, we're going to do 3 or 4 more. Here we go. Exhale, come up. Notice, are you pushing more on one heel than the other? Okay, or one foot more than the other. Try to make them even. Take a breath. Here we go. Squeeze, release. 2 more. Here we go. Push into the heels. Breath. Exhale. Breath. Exhale as you come up. Breath. Exhale as you go down. I know I said 2 more. All right. Okay, let's take just a little interset here, because we've been doing a lot of forward and back. We did some side to side starting. So now we're going to open our hip right there. And as I go back, I drop my shoulders, I drop my chin, I tighten. I bring my knee up. I bring it up here as far as I can to my shoulder. Then I'm going to put my ankle on my knee, okay? Now, some of you may not be able to do that. Do not get discouraged and say, oh, I can't do this class, it's too hard. No. I give you lots of modifications. Use them. Here's the deal. You have to rotate back first, because I want to innervate here, okay? Drop your shoulders. If you can only cross your ankle over here, great, do that. See how my knee is pointing out? Perfect. May not be as much as if I have it up here, but it's fine. Okay, so cross your ankle. But here's what you can't let go of. You got to say rib cage up, lean back. Okay, bring your leg up as far as you can. Say rib cage up, put your hand here. Now this is my hip that is replaced. So I know you're kind of guarded, those of you with hip replacements. You don't have to push it out to get benefit here. Okay, I feel a stretch already because my rib cage is up and I'm rotated back. So I just rest my hand here. That's enough to give me the stretch I need and to go as far as I need to with my hip. Okay, then I just bring it in. I take a big deep breath. Okay, I do all it over again. I'm going to rotate back. I'm going to drop my shoulders, say rib cage up. Tight, 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 tight. Yes, this is very extended. Bring the leg up. Bring it all the way up to the shoulder if you can. Point flex, point flex, point flex. Then I'm going to go across my knee like I'm going to cross my leg. And then I just rest my hand here. I want to get this stretch right here. That's what I'm looking for here. And I wanted to pick it this position in the chair. So some of you sitting here have rounded your back. So you say rib cage up, drop your shoulder, drop your chin, put your hand on your knee. If it's still feeling tight, you need to hang out here for a bit, okay? Just kind of release, let it stretch it. You got it? Take a breath, say rib cage up, push on your knee. Take some time here. Everybody just comes in here, they hit it, they go, oh, I feel this stretch, and then they quit. No, 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 it's going to take a little bit, okay? Some of us have some real issues into the knee, the hip, then it reverberates into your back, your gluteal, everything works together. So I'm hanging out here because I still feel this stretch. Take a breath, say rib cage up, now bring it out. So I tried to stay in that move with you for a little bit. The minute you release that and you held it long enough and you got that stretch reflex, oh my goodness, the minute you brought the knee down, you should just feel like, whoa, does that feel good? Because it released a lot of tightnesses that happens with spinal stenosis, arthritis, joints that don't work right. Try to take the time to do these kinds of things because it will help you manage. It won't cure things. It'll help you manage your pain better, okay? So take a breath. Yes, I'm going to step out again. So here my hands are, right? We worked with a heavy weight right here. And we're going to do it with a body weight now just before we knock off for today. Okay, shoulders go down. You should be so proud of yourselves for staying on here and doing this thing. So if I'll put this on and I'll say, when your workouts get distracted, you know that's when the dogs are barking. And Kathy loves it because she takes a rest. She didn't keep working. I know she didn't. That was her signal to say, oh, I get to rest. I know her well. Okay, shoulders down. Okay, right here. Kay, on the other hand, she will never rest. She kept doing it. I know she did. Everybody's rolling their eyes. Drop your shoulders. See how far I stepped out? Yeah, because I'm inching my butt here and I'm going to let all my weight come down on this part of my my arm and right here, my deltoid. If my shoulders are down and I can take weight into the back part of my arm, then I'll do that. If I can't do that, I'm just going to act like I'm going to put my butt out here, but I don't. See that? See, I don't do repeated up and downs with people that have trouble with their shoulder and they're very weak. But if I can get you in this position and you go like this, oh, and then you go, oh no, I can't do it. Do that like 6 times, twice, or 3 times. See, like this, oh no, I can't do it. See that? That's a modification. See there? You do this every day for 1 month. I will guarantee you, you're going to be stronger and you're going to be able to handle your own body weight in case you have some kind of an operation that puts you in a compromising situation and not being able to take care of your own daily needs. See this? See, I'm doing that little tiny boom, boom. See that? Look at my heels. My toes are up. I'm innervating all of that tibialis anterior muscle. My shoulders are down. My rib cage is up. I'm acting like I'm going to take my butt off the chair, but then I change my mind. See that? So those of you who need to do that, but do it double than if you did this kind of a thing. See this? This might be too much for some of you. But if it's not, well, get with it. That's fine. And then you're going to say, well, how many should I do of those? And I'm going to say, well, how many can you do? See how that works? How many can you do? I can tell you I can do 4 more, and that's it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, woo! Shake out. Take a breath. Yeah. Swing, swing, swing. Oh, here we go. I'm checking because I lost my watch. You know why I lost my watch? Here we go. Split stance. We already did that. Now we're going to do a move that Marilyn loves. Yeah, this is our pendulum. Get that back recovered, get those shoulders. This is a wonderful thing to do after you've done a hard work, which we did. Lifting, carrying, lifting your own body weight. There's a joke there somewhere, but I won't go there. Take a breath, okay? And then come back, okay? So the reason I don't have my watch on is the gardeners out there like Chrissy will appreciate this. I got poison oak rash. It's from Oklahoma. They have strange plants down there. I never got that up here, ever. But I have it from being in Oklahoma and doing work in my mom's yard. Got all in my arms and legs and everything else. Anyway, what a pain. Take a breath. See this? See this? See this rotation? See, I'm turning my shoulders. See that? And then if you do turn your head, wow, it turns into a balance workout. Now shake out, shake out, shake out. Okay? Whew, take a breath. Good job. Good job.